Yes. Decent one. Decent. What? Very, very cool. Oh! All right, we on. We're on digging. Well, good morning everybody and welcome to that Kentuckessee Angler Show. In today's video, we're gonna be exploring a neat little creek, trying out some new lures and chasing some hard fighting winter creek bass. We're gonna be working with two lures this morning. We have my confidence bait right here, the Rapala 2.5-inch paddle tail, the Mayor. It's been getting it done for me lately. I got full confidence in this bait, and we're gonna be trying out the Rebel Cata Crawler right there. Interesting one. I didn't know Rebel made soft plastics. I know them from the Wee Craw, probably like most people, but I couldn't put these down once I picked them up and saw them at my local Walmart. The color is Siren Nymph, kind of a cool name right there. Comes with 6 soft plastics. 2 of them are pre-rigged and they throw in an additional jig head. The 2 pre-rigged ones are 1/16 ounce and the additional jig head is a 1/10 ounce. So interesting. We'll get them in the water. Let's see how they do. Let's pop these bad boys open. Packaging is pretty intense, man. It's like something from Best Buy or one of my kids' toys. It's like foolproof packaging right here. Holy cow. And there's another layer. And I'm gonna use my own jig head for these. I'm gonna rig this up. Let's get in the water. Man, this is wild. Doing this with cold hands is not easy, let me tell you that. It is gonna get pretty warm today, but that's a lot to work with. About 5 minutes later, we got this bait ready to go and rigged up. That packaging was a nuisance. So this is a 1/10 ounce jig head. It's my own. It's a Z-Man shroom head. Pretty personal when it comes to weights and fishing. My fall rate's kind of a big deal for me, so I didn't really want to use their pre-rigged stuff. 1/16 ounce is just a little light for me casting wise right now with the gear I brought. Run 6-pound fluorocarbon to a light rod. Color's cool though. I like the color. I like the overall design of the bait. I think it's pretty neat. Good size too. I'm imagining it's somewhere in the department of 2 inches. I'll have to re-look, re-examine that packaging for the review. So I am seeing squirrels. I'm hearing birds chirp, which is a good sign. Typically if I roll up on a spot and I don't see any squirrel or bird activity, that sort of deal, it's a pretty good indication that that water may be dead, that I may be in for a tough day. I also saw some shiners kind of flashing around this area. So that's a good indication as well. We might just have to cover some water to actually find where these fish are sitting today. All about the adventure though. Well everybody, disaster has struck. So it would appear that I have a hole in my muck. I can't see it, but the colder creek water begs to disagree. So I'm gonna run back to my vehicle, change into some other boots, and luckily most of this creek I can fish without these bad boys on, but they sure do help get to some of those deep pockets I can't reach in hiking boots without getting in the actual water, which is absolutely freezing right now. All right, everybody, we changed out our footwear, made a new friend along the way, ended up talking to a fella for about an hour. Very, very nice guy, just turned 80. Told me all about the history of the area, a couple cool fishing spots I hadn't heard of, all around wind, but now we have to make up some time. So I'm gonna fish this area out for a little bit. We started just over there, if you can see that kind of ledge, I guess point really sticking out, that walkable bank, nearest walkable bank, that's where we were, so not too far away from here. We're gonna continue working this creek, trying to find some fish. This is a deeper area, so I do want to put in a little bit of time here. We'll throw a few casts, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then continue walking it. There we go, fish on. First one of the day, and what do we have? Oh my goodness, is that what I think it is? Nope. Beautiful though. A little tiny bass, man. A little largemouth. So not huge, but our first fish and a sign of life in this creek. We're moving in the right direction here. An itty bitty little largemouth bass. It's something. It gives me a little more confidence in this water. To be honest, I've been out here about 30 minutes minus the kind of walking and talking time I've had, and this is really my first indication that we're finding an active stretch of creek. And sometimes it takes some work this time of year to find him. He's absolutely ice cold, but a beautiful little fish. We'll get her back in. Don't worry guys, we're gonna be catching some bigger fish here. Maybe, I don't know, could be a dinkfest. It's really hard to call. I haven't spent too much time in this area. I don't really know what to expect. There we go, that's a fish. All right, now we're catching them, man. A little bigger, definitely an upgrade. What's up, little buddy? There are a lot of smaller fish in this creek, excuse me, but I have caught some bigger ones. Now this is a beautiful little largemouth. Look at that red eye. This creek has a very prominent red eye gene. Very, very beautiful fish, healthy looking fish. Get you back in. Thanks for biting, buddy. It seems like they want it low and slow. So they're definitely here, they're definitely eating. Time-wise, have been here for a minute, so it's starting to kind of heat up. Pretty chilly morning, but we're looking at getting into the 50s today, as I mentioned before, so good stuff. It's kind of turning on that bite maybe. We're definitely gonna have to go back to the area I started out at because it seems to be a good spot for smallies. That was a squirrel up there in that tree, knocked down something. Well, we are on the road, and just look at that. How beautiful is that? I've actually fished this area before in summertime when I could wade it and get to it. Didn't catch much, but very, very beautiful. All right, this is pretty neat. Little drainage thing. And it looks like got some cast in room. We kind of fish it out. Yeah, this will do. All right. So I like this area. We got a little nook to stand on. Got a tree right here beating me in the head, so that's something. Not a lot of room to cast around, but I did want to hit it. I saw from the walkway from the path I was taking that it looked significantly deeper than the surrounding area, which this clear water can be misleading. It's probably 4 to 5 feet deep right there in the center. And we have that fallen tree over there, which is providing some decent cover for these fish. It also kind of chokes down in this area, so all good stuff, all good signs. I would be absolutely shocked if we didn't pull a fish out of this area. I feel like I am getting little nibbles out here. It's hard to tell though. It's hard to tell if I'm just working this bait on bottom, smacking little tiny rocks. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Another itty bitty little bass. Oh, this one's super pretty though. Come on, come here. Look at her. Look at the patterning. That's absolutely gorgeous. Glad I came down to this little area. What I really wanted to do was fish this spot out before I went to stand on that over there. I've actually never stood in this area before. There's not a lot of real estate, but a really, really pretty fish. Thanks for biting, buddy. I like it. The old Cata Crawler. I like it a lot. Check this out. It's a little waterfall. Squirrel running right there. Super pretty. You can see some of them are kind of iced up. Very, very cool. All right, guys, we are getting off the beaten path just a little bit. Trying another pocket. Nice little trek through the woods. And we gotta find some real estate to stand on out here. Water is pretty high. Well, here we go. Got some green old thorns to watch out for. The worst ones. And nothing but pure beauty. So I made a trek out to this absolutely gorgeous stretch of creek. It's really a hidden gem. I mean, just look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Not a speck of trash. The water is pristine, great cover for fish. They're just not here. And it wasn't easy for me to get here either. I had to trek through a lot of woods, a lot of thorns, pain in the butt, sliding down mud burns, the whole nine. Unfortunately, I can't get bit here. So we're gonna retrace our steps. I'm gonna try to get back on that active water. It's been a couple hours now, so hopefully they're gonna be eating what I'm serving. I don't know. So far it's a dink fest and not a numbers day either. It's just that way sometimes. Beautiful creek, avoided the skunk, so that's something to be thankful for. Now let's go try to catch some more fish. All right, guys, so we are back at the area where we caught our first fish today. It was just a good sign for me. I think we're gonna be able to pull a couple more out of here. I could only hope. It's a very tough day so far, but it's getting warmer out. Who knows? We got some sunlight on the actual creek now. I am kind of switching over to spinning gear. I know not everybody utilizes BFS gear. It's great, but I like spinning gear as well. We're gonna be throwing the same rig, kind of dusty on this one. Same one 10th ounce Ned head. And we'll see what we can do. This is 6-pound line as well. A medium light rod, so a little heavier, but still got some decent casting distance. I think we're gonna be able to wear them out with this one as well. There are certain, oh yeah, look at those. There's like a ton of like really shiny sucker fish down here, and they'll just kind of flutter occasionally. Oh, yes. Decent one, decent. What are you talking about? That's what I'm talking about, baby. Finally. She's a beaut. Oh my God, look how beautiful that fish is. Come on in. Man, I was just kind of zoning out here. Now landing her. Might be a little tricky. There we go. Beautiful, man. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh my gosh, you're getting all muddy. Gorgeous, dude. Absolutely gorgeous. We gotta clean her off. Doing her a disjustice. That's even a word. I'm stoked, man. Look at that beautiful spotted bass. So check her out. She's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that spotted bass. They don't get that huge around here. This is on the larger end for a spot in these parts. This is a northern spot or a Kentucky spot. Look at those red eyes. She's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful pattern on her. She's well fed. She's thick. She's ice cold. I'm gonna get her back in. This is just what I needed to really lift my spirits up. It's been a tough day, man, but coming through with a beautiful, beautiful spotted bass. Thank you, girl. Now for the tricky part. All right, girl. Oh yeah, she's ready to go. Kind of startled me there. Oh, into the depths, and she almost just disappears. This clear water can be misleading. You think you see the bottom, you think you know where it's at, and there's not fish in here because it's clear, but they'll just be hiding right around the corner. They're designed to do that, man. Hide from birds and other fish, predators, other predators. Well, major dink fest today, but it's just a beautiful area. It's really a pleasure to be out here, and it's a nice day out. Tomorrow we're gonna go to a completely different creek, something closer to home. We're expecting a lot of heavy rain. I wanna be within a short drive of my residence, but we're gonna hit this one last spot here, see if it's holding anything. It is a nice little kind of bend we have. We got some brush piles down there we're gonna hit and just slowly pop our Ned rig. This is like a super snaggy area. I've snagged a lot here, but it's also deeper. It could be holding something. Check that out, guys. Little crawdad. That's what they look like out here. Cool, man. That's a pretty one. Very, very cool. Don't worry, buddy. We're not gonna take you. Fish on, man. Fish on. Drag a super loose smallie. Is that a smallie? It's hard to tell. Nope. Another pretty little guy. I knew this pocket would be holding something. I went to take a picture of the thumbnail right over there. Saw that really cool little crawdad just scurried up, decided to throw a few more casts. I was about to pack it up, but I do have more time. It's just been a really, really big slow bite. Sorry, buddy. There you go. On your way. It looks like they're really livening up right now, though. All right, guys, our last stop for real this time. I hope that camera caught my sweet slide in here. So we were just fishing kind of around that bend over there. If you see that little rock thing I mentioned was spilling out water, it's just right there. I saw a little footpath on my way down here, decided to come and check it out, and it's just like the one area you can actually stand at, as you can see, and I had to slide down to it. But we got the bridge right there, got some rocks deeper again. Let's see what we can do. Last spot for real this time, and I really got to be on my way. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, man. That is what I'm talking about. I'm so glad I decided to slide down here. Come on in. What are you? Oh yeah, that's a decent one too. I mean, compared to what we've been catching today. Beautiful. Yes. All right. Right on, man. A real healthy looking largie. Now, how do we get out of here? I kind of slid down here in the first place. Let me give you all a look at that beautiful, beautiful largemouth. Look at those red eyes, man. There we go, guys, an absolutely gorgeous largie. I'm so glad I stopped at this little spot. I almost didn't. Saw it on the way out, saw a little inlet, little footpath, figured I'd check it out. Beautiful fish though. Thanks for biting, buddy. Now we have to get down to get him out. Oh yeah. Wow, there we go. Thanks for biting, my friend. Are you gonna jump? Just on your way? All right. Yeah. Oh. Nope. Not going back in. Things I do to catch this fish. All right, guys, just barely managed to get up from that slope. I mean, that's some pretty steep stuff down there. Just look at that. Shows up real steep on this camera. Anyhow, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Well, good morning, everybody. We're at our second creek of the video. It's about 7 a.m. It's bright and early. We're expecting some heavy duty rains in about an hour. I know this creek well. Let's see if we can get some fish on. So our water levels look outstanding. I know this creek pretty well. I've fished it a lot. I live just up the road from it. Starting out with that Rapala 2.5-inch mare on a 1/4-ounce jig head, 10-pound fluorocarbon. And let's see what we can do. Shouldn't take too long if these fish are sitting where I think they're going to be sitting today. I haven't fixed my boots yet, or boot I should say, that has a little leak in it, but I'm wearing some pretty heavily insulated socks, and if the forecast is to be trusted, it's not going to make too much of a difference. We'll be out of here before I start really feeling anything. So I just ripped out maybe 5 casts. We didn't get hit on that color, so we're just gonna try the white. See if that makes a little difference. I don't know, we still got some pretty low light conditions out here. I really don't think it's an issue, but you never know. I have them readily available, so why not make a little switch? We'll see if we get hit like first cast, then obviously it makes a difference. So that little thing, I don't know if you guys saw that little bust down there. That was a gar. I haven't seen much gar activity this winter. Typically I can catch them fairly easily in winter because the bait's so scarce. They're trying to actually eat my baits, not just kill them. Just maybe we'll hook into one of them. There we go. I'm not sure what this is. Little bass maybe? First fish of the day. As soon as we switched up on the white, maybe second cast. And a little dink. But it's something, man. The old morning bite. She got her lipstick on too. Pretty one. All right, everybody, as is tradition, I have to show off the first fish of the day. It's just good luck for me now. A beautiful largemouth. Again, look at that red eye, Gene. So the little creek that runs into this smaller river is the creek we were actually fishing just very, very far away from this point yesterday. Pretty neat. Beautiful, bright green water. Thanks for biting, buddy. Coffee break, coffee break. So that's a pretty good sign for the day. Pretty common to catch one within maybe the first 5 minutes out here. If we can pull two, that means we're in for a decent bite. That's a real indicator of a good day. Means they're probably just stacked up here. There we go. That's a gar. I think, I don't know. It might be a big bass. Oh, it's a good bass. Yeah, baby. It's a decent bass. I mean, we've been catching small ones lately, so that's something to be thankful for. A nice little largemouth right here. What's up, buddy? Thank you for biting. All right, an awesome sign for the day. Hopefully that rain holds off. Beautiful fish, man. Some red lips on you as well. Let's get you back in. Thanks for biting, bud. Oh, there you go. There we go. That's some mega distance. Loosened up these brakes a little bit. Right on, man. Oh, what on? That was a giant gar or smallmouth. I couldn't tell. It was like smally colored, man. I'm just gonna tell myself that was a gar, so I don't feel bad. Oh. All right, we on big and, oh my God. Oh, he spit it, They're massive gar out there. I can like hit the area they're sitting in right now. So these fish are fairly hard to bent me out, man. So I'm gonna do the smart thing right now and change out this jig head. As much as I wanna just pepper that area as quick as possible, we just got those bites consecutively. The first one, I don't know what it was. It jumped. It looked short, fat, and brown, which leads me to believe it was a large smallmouth. Could it have been a gar? Yeah. Could it have been something else? Possibly. The second one was a gar for sure. I could just feel by the way it hit my bait. Pocket paddle tail. Nope. Not that color. White one. Let's get these fish on. Oh, that was a bad cast. Oh, we're in the sketchy zone. Oh my gosh, we're on a fish. We're on a fish. We're on a fish. I don't know how I'm gonna get him out of here though. Oh, there we go. We got him. We got him. He hit that instantly. Our little guy. What's up, little fella? What's up, buddy? Little rainy day biter. I casted way back there into that cover. Beautiful one. See ya. Kind of makes me wonder. y'all enjoyed the video. I had a great time making this one. As always, if you did, drop a like, consider subscribing. It really helps push the channel. Now let's get into the lures we were working with today. But first, very, very early here, about 40 minutes until sunrise. So the Rebel Live Flex Cata Crawler. Here's a look at it right there. Now this is a different color than what we were actually working on the water. We were throwing the Siren Nymph color. This one's called Bronze Cutworm, but it was very, very similar. Just had some blue accents in there and a little blue tinge on the back. You can see how this bait's kind of two-tone. It has a lighter back. Unfortunately, I have no idea where the ones I saved for the actual review video are. I put them in my pocket. They were rolling around loose in there, and who knows, they're probably with my laundry by now. But the Cata Crawler, so this is a 2-inch long bait, weighs in at 2.48 grams and comes in a 6-pack. And it also comes with 3 jig heads in there. So 2 pre-rigged, 1 16th ounce and 1 10th ounce jig head. There's a look at your little jig head. If that's what you're buying it for, the jig heads, I would look elsewhere. Now, I gotta say, I liked the bait a lot. So for a 6-pack, price wise, let's take a look really quick and make sure I'm not just making up a price I'm going to be throwing out there. I want to say I paid around $5 for it. So Tackle Warehouse, $5.99. Another one, $5.69. Bass Pro, $5.99. $6.49. So you're right in that ballpark of like $5.99-ish, which it's not an outstanding deal, I'll put it that way. $5.99 for 6 soft plastics. The jig heads to sweeten the deal. I wasn't a fan of that, so I'll get that out there right now. I do not like pre-rigged baits. If they were to just put these in the pack, cool, man. So a couple free jig heads. Overall design of the jig head is okay. I mean, it's all right, but I really prefer to rig my own baits. I like that, you know, 1/10 to 1 16th ounce is a kind of a big deal, man. That's a lot of weight, especially if you're throwing like a lighter and ultralight rod. 6-pound line, that's gonna be like 5 feet of casting distance, which really adds up when I'm in a creek like that and I can't actually weight it. I'm trying to hit little deep pockets, ledges, that sort of deal. And it also dictates the fall rate a lot, as well as my control of the bait in the water. So I didn't like it. I didn't like the extra holes punched in my baits. I had to take them off the jig head, re-rig them. Luckily with this plastic, it doesn't matter too much. So we'll get into the plastic. It's a Rebel Live Flex plastic. If I were to compare it to anything, I would say it was very, very similar to the Z-Man Elastec. I forget the actual name for that type of plastic, but it's the kind that melts your other baits. With that comes extreme durability and very good, a very good fall rate. It's very buoyant. That's the word I'm looking for. So I really enjoyed the fall rate of this bait. I like the durability. It's just there. Don't store it with your other plastics. I'm sure there's a warning label on this actual packaging. This is what I have left of it. Yep, right here, this product can that's another warning on there. Do not store Live Flex soft plastics with traditional soft plastics or in conventional soft plastic storage boxes. Yep. So there it is for you. You're supposed to store these in like a little Ziploc or something similar. Anyhow, guys, cool plastic, got the job done. Very, very durable. Again, you're gonna wanna avoid trying to shove this on a ball head jig. It's something that I have done from time to time. It works very well with the wire type hook keeper, kind of similar to this on that jig. It slides right up on there. So got that out of the way. Not a big fan of the jig heads. Nothing personal with the actual jig heads. I just like using my own. I like selecting my own weights, obviously, as I mentioned. So all around awesome bait. So it is scented. The scent is very, very mild. You can barely smell it. I mean, I can hardly smell it on it anymore. It's not overpowering. It's not gonna reek up your car or all your other tackle, that sort of thing. All around cool bait though. Let's see. Another thing I absolutely hated about the bait that I'm just gonna get out there right now is the packaging. So not a fan of the packaging. What were they thinking, dude? Like it blew my mind when I, initially got it in the car. I tried to pop it open to take a little look at them, make sure they were gonna rig well on my plastic. Cause before I even read all the packaging, I had a hunch it was that similar Z-Man stuff. As soon as I saw Live Flex on there, I figured there was gonna be something kind of wacky going on with them, and I wanted to feel around and make sure I could actually rig them with the terminal I brought, and I couldn't get the packaging open. I noticed it was stapled on the back, and then I mean, y'all saw me trying to pop that bad boy open. It took forever. It produced a lot of garbage, which it is what it is, man. But you know, you got the people that just open their baits and discard all their crap in the creek or wherever, which is super frustrating, super annoying. That's just an extra, it was ridiculous, man. I'll just put it there. So would I buy the bait again? Yes, I would for that creek. I'm not crazy about the price. Those fish were very, very timid. I needed a low fall rate. This worked probably better than the Z-Man TRD would have. It is a bit smaller. It just got the job done for me. It's a really well-designed soft plastic bait. I was very, very impressed with it. I would be more inclined to buy it if I didn't have to deal with the packaging, if I didn't have to deal with the pre-riggedness. You know, how much are you paying for that? Wise, just deduct that out of the price, and I'd buy these all the time. You know, it makes you think twice about it, because it's not crazy expensive, man, but it's not, you know, it's not like I'm just gonna buy 5 packs of these type deal. It's something that you kind of want to think about. Now, that's all I got to say about that one. So the other bait we were working with was the Rapala 2.5-inch Mayor. I'm not going to talk about that because I just gabbed a bunch on this one and I got some stuff to do this morning. However, if you're interested in that one, if you want to check out a video where I do kind of a more solid review on it, I will link one in the description. I just did a video on that bait not too long ago. Now be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and get some good fish on, my friends. I'll see you next time. Peace.